Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Sessions with Kat. I know it's been a minute. Don't judge me, judge your mama. I had a lot of stuff going on, and we're circling back. So here we are. Here we are. I do have some updates to go over before we get into this lovely Oracle deck. Um, Number one, all of my services will be shifting come January 1st. So just a heads up for any of you that would like a 30-minute reading, you probably should book it now, even if you want it in the future, because it won't be available come January 1st. So just get ready for that. Also, healing blankets are on sale. I've done a number of them, and I love how they turn out. So I'm excited. I'm always excited to make a blanket. Um, you can shoot me an email, right? Words, girl. You can shoot me an email if you want like to order one, or if you want to book a service of any kind. Not any kind. The services that I offer. Don't be trifling. Don't be nasty. Um, also, I do have a class coming up, the Chakra Guardian class. So I'm excited about it. Um, that starts in January. So if you're on the email listing, you'll hear about the class first. Like as far as the details of it. Outside of that, then once the newsletter goes out, then I'll talk about it more. Um, let's see. I think that's it. So, I'm okay. Just so you guys know, like I'm fine. It's just I've been um, so chronic fatigue is a thing, especially you know, for me because I've been experiencing chronic fatigue for uh I would say like 3 years now. Three. Yeah. I think it came about in 2020. Um, if I'm correct. And so when I'm exhausted, I can't always do all the things that I need to do. So I try to just do what I can, like what's most important. And not that you guys were not important. It's just that it was easier to not do the podcast and the YouTube videos um, because they do take a little bit more effort for me mentally, and I didn't want to give you guys bullshit. So um, there's that. So I hope you guys have been staying hydrated and that you've been eating well, that you're feeling well, that you're doing well, and everything under the sun. I hope that you guys are blessed. Um, so let's get into it. So I know you guys saw the thumbnail, and yeah, we're gonna talk about it. We are going to talk about it, and here's why we're going to talk about it. This is something that I like to ask myself, like usually in the mornings. But really, you should be asking yourself this kind of like before night hits so that you can kind of give yourself a chance to prepare for it. Um, Me personally, I do it in the morning because that's when I have the most energy. Um, but you guys pick and choose when you would like to do this. But this is a question that you ideally want to ask yourself on a daily, right? Is there something unexpressed within me, right? Oh, FYI, this is okay. No, it's not the last, but it's the last one that I have that we haven't gone through. There are more coming. Um, Deal with it. I might not like do a video of those unless you guys want to see them, but I do have a couple of them pre-ordered, so that's exciting. But this is the Beltane Oracle. Um, but back to the question, like back to the subject here. Do it when you have the energy to entertain the answers that come within you. I'm going to say that again. Ask yourself this question when you have the energy to entertain the answers that come up within you. Okay. Whether it be from your team, like your guardian angel, whatever. Just always ask yourself this question when you have the energy to entertain whatever messages come through. Okay. The last thing you want to do is ask this question and then drift off to sleep. And then wake up in the middle of the night because your anxiety got the best of you. Because it feels like something's undone. Right? That's kind of the last thing you want to do. Book is in color, which is wonderful. If you use the book, so you can easily find those images. So there's that. I love the color. I'm excited. But what is unexpressed within me, right? I might not be saying the question exactly how I have it on the thumbnail, but you get it. When you ask yourself this question, and just so y'all know, because normally I show y'all that little fucking piece of paper that comes out, I already took that out. I already took it out. It was like on top, and I was like, let's just remove that so it's not sticking to anything. So I've already taken that out, just so you guys know and you're not looking for it. But when you ask yourself that question, don't beat yourself up. Number one, do not beat yourself up. It is not necessary to beat yourself up for things that you haven't done or haven't expressed of yourself throughout the day. Do not beat yourself up. What that usually says is that you might have put too much on your plate to try to fill. So, like if you're a person that makes lists, make those lists according to what you know you can get done in a day, right? Make sure you're being smart with what you're trying to accomplish throughout the day, but also be smart with what you're trying to express within yourself during the day, right? Some of us have ADHD, anxiety, whatever and whatnot, and it's hard for us to get out whatever's sitting within us. So it's best to have kind of like two lists, right? The first one being those things you need to get done. The second one being the things that you need to express, like what emotions and whatnot are sitting up in there, right? This immediately reminded me of like the Three of Cups. I love this deck. Oh, this is like for those of you not familiar with Beltane, this is May Day, 1st of May, 1st, 2nd of May, depending on when you do what you do, but May, it's May Day. Oh, look at the cow, it's so cute. Look at, oh, I'm sorry, y'all. Okay, side note. One thing about me, if I see a cute animal, I'm gonna just be like, oh my God, it's so cute. And then I'm gonna just come right back to it. So it's cute. I forget what kind of cow they call these, but it's cute. But like try to create two lists, right? So you can get those things expressed within you, right? Secondly, don't overwhelm yourself, right? Like, yeah, I'm saying don't put too much on your plate, but sometimes the things you are putting on your plate are overwhelming. So you have to be mindful about those things that you're getting ready to do, those emotions you're getting ready to express. Um, Sometimes they come up and you can't control it, and you just have to experience it, right? Give yourself time, exercise patience with yourself, right? I'm in love with this deck already, right? So like just kind of be mindful of that. I did not kind of crack these, so they're kind of sticking. So if you see me like, you know, being weird on how I pick each card up, it's because it's sticking. Um, But also, don't wait too long to express those feelings and emotions, or get those things done. Don't procrastinate on your success, right? Like, not today's podcast, but the one from like some time ago, like almost a month ago. It's like, don't be afraid to bet on yourself, but also don't procrastinate on yourself either, right? When it comes to this type of thing. But what I really want to touch on with this question is, at the end of the day, when you feel like all is done, this is like your final check in. This is like your final check in. It is, okay, I've done this, and this. Is there anything left that I haven't touched on? Right? Is there anything left that I have yet to express in a healthy way? It's kind of like, and this is more tied to like your, let's say, your spiritual journey, mental health journey, emotional health. Not necessarily like things to do, like, oh, did I, wash the clothes or something like that. This is more in alignment with, have I done love today, right? Have I exercised patience today? This is that checklist, if that makes sense. Oh, it's a goat. You might hear my neighbor's dog. I don't know what his deal is, but he barks at like every fucking thing. And it's a one of them little tiny yappy dogs too. That's why I don't like the tiny dogs. Give me like a pit, a rot, the bigger dogs, and I'll be good. Um, as long as they're not loud and yappy. But oh, not a goddess card. Sorry, y'all. Squirrel. Um, okay, give it life, give it energy. I'm here for it. Um, but this is like your spiritual check-in. So for those of you who have like kids and you're just doing shit all day, right? Um, this is probably one of the reasons why I'm like, I don't know that I could be a parent. I probably could, but I just don't know if I could like fully do it. But you guys are like busy, right? You school drop off or daycare drop off, pickup. At the end of the day, this is when you have to make time for yourself. What's left unexpressed, right? Have you felt love today? Have you um did your affirmations or just anything like that, if that makes sense? Okay, give it life. Okay, I'm loving this. Okay, I love this card, but like, if any of you have like an aversion to, like, I'm gonna cover this, um, to like things with like holes in them, like patterns, um, this card ain't for you. Mainly because of the third eye, because it is a honeycomb. Um, but like, other than that, it's a really nice card. It's a really nice card. But like, and then even for you who don't have kids, sometimes your dog or your animal just have you all over, just doing the most, right? And like, we love our fur babies, and for me, I have two fish, and that the sassiness level. Okay, y'all come get y'all nieces. That's what y'all do. Come get y'all nieces because they just sassy as shit. But like, sometimes you just like doing the most for everybody else, but you have to check in with yourself. You have to tune in with yourself. You have to get in alignment and say, is there something that I'm leaving unexpressed? Right? Am I about to lay down, go to sleep with something that's just pent up inside of me and I haven't gotten it out? Write it down. That's why, okay, I love journaling, right? I keep a notebook in my bag on the daily for any just random fucking thoughts that come out, and I put them in there, right? So that at the end of the day, there's nothing left unexpressed. I've expressed it somewhere in some way, shape, or form. So, you can keep, like a small notebook on you. Mine happens to be like this size, right? That size. But you can keep a small one, um, large one, whatever, however big your bag is, you carry what you need to carry. Um, and just put everything in there, especially like when it comes to like your spiritual journey or your healing journey, just in general. Put that shit in there, right? It needs to go somewhere. Don't let that shit like stew overnight because you're gonna wake up with it. You're gonna wake up with it. Just FYI, this card is on the book and also the cover. I didn't show that with the last few decks, but this card is on the front of the book and the cover, the top cover of the box. But I want you guys to keep that in mind. Like, there is no need for you to go to bed frustrated. There's no need for you to end your day feeling like you ain't did all the things that you wanted to do in regards to your own personal healing journey. Nope. Sometimes just putting it on a piece of paper is enough. That's enough. So do that. Also, if you see me flipping it over, it's because I'm checking to make sure that it didn't rip or tear because of the stickiness. Milk and butter. Okay. Now, this is a really nice deck. It's a really nice deck. Um, Also, with those things that you feel are unexpressed, like say you check in with yourself and you're like, damn, I got some shit that's just sitting there. And sometimes you can't write about it, paint about it, knit about it, like just make a note to do something with that energy because you got to move it before you go to sleep. You have to move it. Otherwise, it can disrupt your sleep. It can disrupt your digestive system. I was looking for the right word. Sorry, y'all. Your digestive system because they were showing orange, and I was just like, yes, I know what that is. Your digestive system. It can screw that up. It can screw up your mental. Um, it can just throw you all the way off if you hold it for too long. Right? You have to remember your sacral should not be Pandora's box. And that's interesting take on Pegasus. What? Okay, maybe not that card. No, I'm just I think because we're so used to seeing Pegasus as a white um steed with wings, it's weird to see it this way. Hey, but we welcome change. And depending on the reading that you do with these cards, it might make sense for it. So we'll take it. We'll take it. Got a good old Phoenix. Now, as far as like crystals that can help with it, you want any crystals that you can use with your sacral. So orange in nature, brown in nature, some red, some yellows because red and yellow make orange. Um, but you mainly want to get close to that orange, brownish color, like your jaspers of the world. Um, Orange calcite. Make sure it's the orange one. You can also use like a blue crystal. If you feel your sacral is overactive and you need to calm it down, you'll use the color opposite the color wheel. So it's usually in the blue purple range, right? Think of it kind of like I've said many times before, like if you bleach your hair and then you either use you use a purple shampoo or like a blue type of shampoo, depending on the shade, the color shade of your hair, to kind of balance it out. Think of it that way. So you can use that. Um, the herbs, like plant herbs, that really depends on what's going on within you. So I'm not gonna just suggest ones out there because it really is catered to the individual. Um, but because it's emotional intuition, so you can use like blue lotus, you can use like rosemary. Um, there's a number of them you can use. I just want you to be mindful that it's typically catered to the situation that you're dealing with or whatever emotions that you're dealing with. So don't tie it to just those two I mentioned. It could be a number of things because it is dependent on you, right? Same with the animal medicine. It really depends on you and what you're going through, what energy that you're picking up, like what emotions you're dealing with. If you're angry, if you're sad, you're happy, or whatever. Um, that also depends on the person. Okay. Yeah, I like this one. And also like side note from the topic at hand, just because this deck says Beltane does not have to, that doesn't mean you have to wait until then to use it. It just depends on what type of reading you're doing or what type of your intention, like your question, right? So like this feels self-love, love, or whatnot, and you can use that for those type of readings. So you don't have to wait, if that makes sense. You don't have to wait to use it. Because I will be using this one. This one, like I think most of these decks will end up being personal decks, which I'm 1000% okay with. But I also feel like this one I would tie into, because I got it right here. This one, um, mainly because of the energy, because this is more affirmations, um, and it can tie into some of this. So I think I would probably use those two together. Okay, masculine energy, get there. Let me think. What else? I think overall, just try not to go to bed full of every all that energy that you could have expressed, right? Figure out a way to like wind yourself down, but have that time to yourself so that you can express it, depending on what it is that need to be expressed, right? Because some of y'all do got a lot of pent up sexual energy. Y'all need to release it. Okay, get there, right? Make time for it. Um, you just don't want to go to sleep with that. You don't want to wake up, at the witching hour, because your mind all over the place. Not there being a lover's card in here. Listen, I'm here for the diversity of this deck. I will say that. But just kind of keep that in mind when you're asking yourself this question, when you're posing this question to yourself. Um, but what I would like to know is in the comments. Let me know if you already asked yourself some version of this question, and what process do you go through to um, like resolve it, like absolve it. so that you're not going to sleep with it. I am thoroughly curious. Okay, not this being the last card. I'm here for it. Give me this animal energy. I'm here for it. I am here for it. So, like, I'm curious, like, do any of you ask yourself this type of question? And if so, sorry, y'all, I'm just trying to crack it, make sure it's fully cracked. They said number 5. What is number 5? They said to show y'all number 5. Okay, it's the cow. And I'm gonna zoom in on it so y'all can read it. Yeah, how do you work yourself through this question? And really, I want you to put it there so that other people um have options, right? Not just what I suggested. You guys might have better options, right? So please comment. Remember to like, share, subscribe, all of that, and stay hydrated. Make sure you're eating well. Make sure that you eat a whole meal, not just coffee. Please and thank you. um, Make sure you're taking care of yourself and you're being kind to yourself because you fucking deserve it. And also, I wish you all the brightest of blessings. Bye.